Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper. Guys, welcome to my vlog on living in a tiny house off-grid. I'm going to finally figure out what I'm going to say at the beginning of this, and I'm not going to edit none of this stuff anymore. It is what it is. Anyway, yeah, living a tiny life, living off-grid, my tiny life off-grid or something like that. Yeah. So this is my water system. Now, the guys at Incredible Tiny Homes came up with this. I give Randy Jones and them a ton of credit on this. I've done a little bit of different design as far as my house goes. But long and short of it, what this does is completely recycle the water from your house, re-clean it, and put it back into a containment unit to be used. I'm not drinking my gray water, okay? That's the only thing I'm not doing. I've got that creek that you seen in the first video, so I'm going to get it, run it through a Berkey, and drink it. I am, however, going to shower, wash dishes, brush teeth, you name it, using my gray water system. I'll totally do that. And so without further ado, I'm going to spin the camera, take you on a tour. So we'll start here with the actual return from the house. And I know you might say that is ridiculous because that's the end of the system. Why would you do that? Well, I want to start by saying that all the gray water is coming back to the same feed, just as you would have like a septic system. But now, keep in mind, my toilet is a cartridge toilet. Eventually, I may change over to a regular toilet and have that go into a large containment that I can haul off and dump the waste. But I don't know. I haven't quite solved that problem yet. I'll get to that whenever the time comes. But as far as the actual gray water, I'm going to have either an IBC tank around there or like 500-gallon rain barrel back there. Excuse me. And that will come into this valve here. The other valve is to shunt to go to a gray water tank, ground tank to, that's the finishing I'm going to get done on that to drain that water off, that if I just wanted to run it straight off from the house instead of recirculating it. Now this is the clean water hold tank, and it's got a fitting in it so that the way that I've set this up is I can actually, if I needed to, change this over to a water hose, and I could pump water from the creek straight into this thing. Because I'm so close, I can also hook a water hose to transfer pump and bypass the pumping system that's in it if my pumping system failed. And then if my vacuum return pump failed inside, which I'll open the box, show you that in just a second. I just want to show you all the bells and whistles outside. If the vacuum pump inside failed, then I can leach the water out into the gray water tank as well. Also, the input on the water on the tank, I can undo it as well and put water in through a water hose fitting on the return if I needed to. If for some reason something ever happened to PEX, it's backups for your backups. And then I've got everything, you know, trying to fix it up so it won't freeze. I'm going to put some more foam on the elbows, tape it all up good before winter. Obviously we're about to go into summer, so no pressure, but this right here will be hidden in the box itself that's going to be built out, because there's going to be a box that comes out about right here, about 2 foot deep, and it'll hold my solar system, batteries, and all that stuff. And I'll show you all that I've cooked up for the solar anyway. But so the water comes in, it can if I wanted to let the rainwater in, it can flood in, go through the filtration system, then go into the whole tank over there. If I wanted to drain my rain catch, I can just leach it out. If I want to run my water off the house, I can run it into the gray water leach off system, and so on. So lots of options there. Now that's the vent for the on-demand propane water heater, because my propane water heater is out here as well. I got that off eBay. For anybody that wants a cost-effective water heater, I can get you the full 411, but it's DC powered. So like it runs off 2D batteries and starts the flame, so you don't have to worry about plugging it in. It's completely independent for off-grid use. So if my power failed on my house on the solar, I can just fire the generator up and still take a warm shower. Because look, people, I love everybody to death, but Luke gets ill when I don't get a warm shower, and I'm gonna have me a shower one way or another by the grace of the Most High, y'all. And so I figured that out real early, a combo to get some hot water going on. Now this will run the pump system, but I honestly later, guys, need to upgrade to a bigger generator. But just FYI, my solar, the inverter I got is very unique, and I can't wait to show it to you. It's from Kotech, if you want to go ahead and start looking them up. But it will actually run in parallel with the inverter. So what that means is if I get 2,000 watts from my solar, and this is not giving me enough to run my pump good, I can fire up my generator. It will throw 1,800 watts more to it. I think the bypass power, the transfer power is like up to 12K. So I can run all my solar, getting 100% of it, plus add utility power directly into it, and supplement it, not subsidize, but supplement it, and that will give more power coming in to help run everything more efficient. So welcome to all this going on in this box here. Now, if you get a house at Incredible Tiny Homes, you can talk to the guys there, and whenever I work there, you know, you can get a system from them. We can whip that up for you over there. That's done through Randy Jones and Incredible Tiny Homes. Reach out to them at incredibletinyhomes.com. And so to start out with, we've got the pretty much what I'd call the first flush. That's going to get all the large particulate out. It's going to vacuum up into the 3-stage filtration system. And then it's going to go into the UV sterilization with the ozone. And then we're going to go from there back out into the hold tank. Then the water that's pulled in through the main pump, see it has a bypass there, so I can actually bypass that pump if I needed to. That in front of it's a check valve. I can go through the pump, which is also on a pressure switch, which is through all these relays and all that stuff. And I'm not going to show like every last nut, bolt, and screw because I consider that proprietary knowledge to the guys over there, and I don't want somebody trying to go behind and knock them off. They work too hard for what they've got, and it works too good to be done wrong that way. But anyway, you got the pressure system, and then it goes back into whole house filter, and then from there either to the on-demand water heater, and then on into the house. And that pretty much concludes the water going in. The only other thing is we've got our ozonator that's out there that I want to have a stainless steel tip go down inside of there to the bottom. So I may do a splitter valve so that it double ozonates that, so that no bacterial growth goes up in that. And where it's been set and I've been filling it up from the creek, I'm gonna I've been straining the water, and I'm gonna like Clorox bleach it or whatever that, and so that, you know, that filter there, the carbon filter, is not gonna have to do so much work moving forward. But yeah, so if that vacuum pump fails, instead of running it back into this filtration system, I can run it out to the gray water leach. Okay, if I run it into here and that pump's working, but say this one, the main pump failed, I can take and come from the PEX, I can hook to a water hose, a short stub, go through a transfer pump, right back in there, plug it in either out here or into an outdoor plug that's going to be on the box, and I can force feed water either from the tank, from the creek, or from my rain catch into here, into the filtration system, and into the house. So I still get the whole house filtration, even though I'm not needing this because of none of the gray matter return at that point. It's just going to be straight flush. So yeah, I mean, guys, I don't know what more design function I can put in it, and I don't want to sound cocky like I know it all. I don't. Like, I'm telling you, like, when it comes to water, I'll be the first to tell you that I'm still in the learning phase. Okay, well, you're learning all your life until the day you draw your last breath. Okay, but you know, as far as what to do on this, I don't know much more that I could do currently at the moment, because I've got backups from my backups from my backups. Now the solar, I've got bunches of ideas because it's what I do every day out in the field pretty much. But as far as the propane situation, now I've got 2 tanks here right now. I'm going to do a splitter valve off of probably that tank. I'm going to dig a little thing to just put it down in and hide the line, like through some conduit or something. I want to neaten this up out here, and just, you know, there's too much junk just sitting everywhere right now. I'm going to neaten it up, but I mean, of course, this is a moving in process. But I'm going to do like a splitter valve, and that way I've got my tanks, or one tank running the heat and the propane, because the gen is not ever on much, and I'm going to do like a little awning thing off for the gen. And I'll do something for it, a little shed off thing or something to just keep it out of the weather, and that way I can leave it outside too, and I'll just chain it up. But that way I don't have to constantly run off of 2 tanks. I can just run the one and have the other as a backup. It's what I'm wanting to shoot for, because wintertime I'm also going to put a big 100-pound tank and either run a line up right there or through the other side of the house, and heat my house off propane until I can do something about a wood stove, because obviously you got plenty of hardwood to do something with. But before I let you guys go on this vlog this week, right here, when I get this solar up, as you can see right now where the sun is, it's coming toward the south right now. We're early morning, it's east. It's 11 a.m. Eastern time, but the shadow on the house cast on this, I want to do something where that I'm alleviated between there and here, as far as power coming in, because I don't want to block off the road. That's something I don't want to do, is impede the road. That one tree, I'm going to probably fell that one tree right there, but I don't want to block this roadway coming and going. But very soon, the sun's going to be pretty much from midday on into the evening. I'm going to be okay with solar, from what I can tell out here already. I've just got to make sure that I orient my rotational mount to accommodate that, because the solar that I put off the front there on from my awning and like little porch, I'm going to need to make that where that, you know, it's not impeded during the day, because that'll be a large bulk up of power, and then this will be, you know, finishing the bulking up and absorb charge into the evenings, because I could come out here in the evening time and just rotate it over southwest. That's the wonderful thing about it on the pivot mount that I retrofitted, that old SATCOM mount. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little vlog with me. I hope you enjoyed the learning experience. I've got still some finished work to do on the gray water. Obviously got a lot of work to do on the solar. Just lots of things going on. But as you can see, Lucas, Seven Trumpets Prepper here, is finally getting off grid, and all those times I talked about doing these things, it is finally getting put in action. So guys, I hope you enjoyed all the info I've shared with you. I'm going to do whatever I can to help educate people off grid by actually living it and doing it. And not just talking about it, because so many people just talk, and they never actually put things into action. And I know I've been silent for so long on the channel, I barely make videos much, and it's been because I've been doing so much to actually get things in motion, and now I'm actually living what I'm saying, and so I'm excited to share that with you. And so without further ado, I'll catch you all on the next vlog, either probably working on my solar or doing some cleaning and finish work in the house. I don't know exactly what I'm going to get into next. But until I do see you again, as always, guys, I hope you have a most blessed and precious day in Yahushua's name.